A black Indiana high school student was getting his high school yearbook. He found the picture where he was supposed to be in. But in the caption, he was identified as black guy. So, yeah. So the student was only identified as quote-unquote black guy in a caption in the yearbook. And it forced local education officials to publicly apologize for what they call a quote-unquote truly reprehensible error. The caption accompanied a photo of the basketball team and the predominantly white Brown County High School in Nashville, Indiana. Where's that at, GPS? Do you know?
Nashville, Indiana?
Nashville, Indiana.
Just follow the Confederate flags, man.
Okay.
Follow the Confederate flags.
It's outside of Indianapolis, southwest of that. Let's call it that.
Okay. Maybe right church, wrong pew, but it is outside of Bloomington. As I mentioned, the caption accompanied a photo of the basketball team at the predominantly white Brown County High School in Nashville, Indiana, which is outside of Bloomington, and included the names of all the other players who appear to be white. Quote, in the 2020 yearbook, a student was indicated instead of by his name, he was indicated as, quote, black guy. County School Superintendent Laura Hammock said in a Facebook Live appearance. An investigation began once we were notified of this indication. We are trying to better understand what this situation is about, some of the school chiefs said. They spent Monday with the family of the black student to ensure we are here to support them and to fix this awful situation. This is a clear violation of our non-discrimination policy. We can't, with any sort of clarity, this evening tell you what happened. Cortez, please speak on this.
I'm going to tell you right now, if it's a predominantly white school, 9 times out of 10, the yearbook committee was predominantly white.
Yep.
They made that mistake. And the thing about it, I'm glad the superintendent has stepped up and said, we messed up. It's just somebody, the editor of the yearbook, who is probably a teacher, who is probably grown, did not check after these kids.
Okay.
That was a problem. Yeah, they might be racist. I'm not sure, but you telling me that I know at the high school, I don't work at the high school where I'm at, but I know at the high school, the yearbook staff could be about maybe 12 kids.
Yeah.
And one adult leading
exactly.
to 12 kids. They usually edit it. They usually sit down, they edit pages with the kids, man.
Right.
They just don't let the kids just go buck wild and put stuff together. But I really believe that those kids, they threw that shit in there, man, and they were very aware of how they put it together. I don't think it was a mistake, man. They gotta teach these kids tolerance. That's what it boils down to, man.
We've all been in high schools to where they have these yearbook committees. And you're correct, Cortez. It would involve several students, but it would also involve staff, and sometimes even somebody like an assistant principal or whoever. So you have people of authority that are looking through this, but yet I would rather have, and this is just my opinion, I would rather have you not put my name in there or just say, oh, we just don't know this individual's name. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to leave it blank. I'd rather have it blank instead of having that kind of shit on there.
I think it sounded like, and I know with a lot of yearbooks, it's called a superlative. And what they do is ask you to say something about a specific student.
Right.
But this superlative was right now, sounds very racist. It really does. I mean,
it's a photo op of a basketball team, and they didn't know his name. They couldn't have asked a coach. Hey, what's this kid's name? We didn't get his name. No, we don't worry about that. We're just going to call this kid the black guy.
And keep in mind, folks, it takes almost 3 to 6 months to put a yearbook together. So you telling me they couldn't do any fact finding and talk with people, like you just said, with people on the team and be like, can you give me the name of that student?
Right.
I'd rather, if they didn't know the names of the student, they should not even put the team in there. Just put something for the team and not include names for the basketball team.
Very true.
That would have been sufficient.
True on that one. GPS?
The fact that a grown person was involved in this is a problem.
100%.
Because at some point in time, the grown-up should have said, hey, look, you guys can't go at it like this. You'll have to do it this way. I don't know why they picked that. I mean, you've had so many other examples in the world of defining somebody by their skin color. Like, you couldn't say guy with tall hair, guy with black bandana, guy with red shirt, wooden beads, something. Piss poor judgment.
Absolutely.
And the thing about it, I think it has a long-term effect because now he's going to be labeled as that black guy or that black kid that says something about this yearbook being fucked up too, man. But honestly, man, I wouldn't. He knows how they feel and where they stand. I wouldn't be going to no classroom reunions. I wouldn't be going to no class reunions with these motherfuckers.
No, not at all. I would say call yourself an attorney, because right there it's defamation of character, in my opinion. I would say it can become slanderous, because then all you have to do is, like Cortez says, come back to a reunion 10, 15 years later. Hey, look, it's the black guy. Boom. Boom, that's all you're now known for. And also, I would say, why, or not even why, was the committee, the yearbook committee, all predominantly white, or were there any people of color there? In this case, I think there were no people of color there that could have said, hey, wait a minute, we got a problem here, let's fix this.
Yeah, it's all, I keep saying, folks, when the majority rules, they can make shot calls without really being concerned with people that are outside of their genre or outside of their realm. That's why I say, man, you got to get representation in all levels of any kind of organization. If it's just predominantly white within the organization, then they're not going. That's all they're going to see. They're going to just see everything is white. They're not going to see, okay, it's black folk out here, it's Indian folk out here. They're going to be very narrow-minded, very closed-minded. And, you got to have representation from all different aspects, different races, different religions, the whole 9 yards. Because let's be real, man. Let's be real. A lot of these committees, I've seen committees that are predominantly white, and they just shot callers, and they don't take in consideration, oh, this actually people that's not white out here. And you got people thinking like that. It makes them very dangerous, man.
That's facts.